Hi, John. Hey, Jaguars. This is Miss Schooler, and I want to introduce this book called Technically It's Not My Fault. These are concrete poems by John Granditz, and it's published by Clarion, and we want to thank them for allowing us to use some of these poems on our YouTube. What you're looking at right now is the cover of the book, and concrete poems, what are those? Well, they're actually shape poems. They're poems that are in a shape. And you'll see I'm going to read about 7 poems in this book, and you will see that there are all different kinds of ways of doing the shape. Sometimes it's the outline, sometimes it's filled in, all different ways of creating a shape. And some of these poems are from the point of view of a teenage boy, young middle schooler, named Robert. So the first poem is called My Stupid Day, and you can see that it is in the shape of a clock. And you start with the part that's in red, down at the bottom by the 7. So that's where I will start. I wake up in the morning and get ready for school. It's the same thing every day. I go to school and it's boring. I have lunch and talk to the same kids day after day. When I get home, I have the same stupid snack and watch a dumb cartoon. Then it's dinner and homework and the day is over. So I put on my pajamas. I go to bed and then I wake up in the morning and I go get ready for school. And you can see the poem just keeps going around and around. Kind of think some of us wouldn't mind this kind of a boring day now. We'd love to be back in school. The next poem is called Tyrannosaurus Rex. And you can see that this poem is actually a journey. So it's kind of a root of this. And in this poem, he's comparing a school bus with the Tyrannosaurus Rex. I am the vicious Tyrannosaurus Rex. I roam the suburbs hunting. Those who see me gaze in terror. Those who are spared are grateful. Early in the morning, I spy a group of small human children standing on the corner of Elm and Spring. I slam on my brakes. I open my mouth. Come in, little children, I say. They don't want to, but they must. Their parents have delivered them to me. Human sacrifices. I eat the humans. They are young and tender. Yum. Then I go to Elm and Hudson. More children. More sacrifices. Yum. I follow my usual route, Hudson and Harding, yum. Harding and Broad, yum. Broad and White, yum. Soon I am full. Oh, my breakfast is noisy. My breakfast is jumping around in my stomach. My breakfast is giggling and laughing and arguing. My stomach is queasy. I don't feel so good. I go to the school parking lot. I open my mouth and barf out my noisy, jumping, giggling, laughing, arguing breakfast. I'm so tired from hunting. I settle into my nap and dream dreams about 3:30 when I will go to the parking lot next to the school and hunt again. The next poem is called Skateboard. Now, instead of creating the poem in the shape of a skateboard, again, this is the journey of the skateboard. I'm on my totally cool new board and I'm bombing the hill. I do a little cut jump up a curb into the 7-Eleven parking lot and try a tight little figure 8 just to see how she corners. And I'm about to try a tricky little ollie over a milk crate when all of a sudden I hear, "Hey kid, no skateboards in the parking lot. Get out of here." Out of the lot, curb, cross the street, curb, into the park. I do a sweet little lift onto the bench, land clean, pump up the hill, around the flagpole, down the ramp, and "Hey you, can't you read the sign? No skateboarding." Busted. Walking home. I'm a sad old dog who's been swatted with a rolled up newspaper. I give up. I'm just gonna veg in front of the TV and not think about it. I mean, why bother? And then, hey, what are you doing inside? You begged for that skateboard, Robert. Now go out and use it. The next one is called How We Ended Up with Plain Pizza. Now you can start, well, we start with the outside. Well, it says on the outside, and then we can read each of the pieces, and I'll start with the one in the middle. All right, we'll order pizza. We have a coupon for one extra large pie, but everybody has to agree on what toppings to get. Definitely no green peppers, and no onions, and no garlic, and no mushrooms. Mushrooms are just poisonous fungi that are dug out of the ground by pigs. Well, I don't care what you kids get on the pizza as long as there are anchovies on it. I refuse to eat anything with dead animals all over it. Do you know how those poor animals suffer just so you can fill your body with toxic grease? I just don't think this family is eating properly. If we must have pizza, at least let's get some healthy toppings on it. There's this place downtown that has pizza with pineapple and guava. I don't know what guava is, but I think we should try it. Pizza's not pizza unless it's covered with sausage and pepperoni. Forget the slimy vegetables. And that's how we ended up with a plain pizza. Next one is called The Autobiography of Murray the Fart. Now you know that autobiography means a story you're telling about yourself. I started life as one of the little bubbles in a 16-ounce can of Coke. It was a very happy childhood. I enjoyed playing with all the other little bubbles, my brothers and sisters. Before very long, it was time to begin my incredible journey. Suddenly, we were being sucked through a straw. After a breathtaking ride, I found myself in the mouth of a boy named Robert. Then we made our way down his throat. Some of my brothers and sisters decided to go back. They formed a group they called the Burp Club. I continued down. Oh, excuse me. We said goodbye, and they went back up the throat. I never saw them again. I continued down, down, down. I visited so many exciting places. The stomach, the small intestine, the large intestine. I even made a side trip to the appendix. Finally, I was near the end. In a great rush, I was shot out into the air. It was thrilling, the ultimate extreme sport. Now I mingle with other kinds of air, floating here, blowing there. My next great adventure will be the nose. This next poem, it says, Mom says no new pets. And you can see that these are all little tombstones, and all along the background it says grass, 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 grass. The first tombstone on the left at the top says RIP, which stands for Rest in Peace, 1998, Sammy Sneaky Snake. You never should have crawled into the lazy boy. Here lies Pirate the cat. She stole her last chicken leg in 1997. 1999, Diggy, overactive hamster. He broke his neck in the exercise wheel. Rizzo, 2002. Excellent rat, chewed to live, lived to chew, but not the toaster cord. 2000. Diggity 2. Your insides fell out your butt. Gross. Knucklehead, 2004. A parakeet we all looked up to. Watch out for ceiling fans in heaven. Why not? The backyard is full. They don't seem to have very good luck with their pets in that family. And this last poem I'm going to share with you is actually a note from the author. And it's more about how you write a poem. It's called The Little House. Building a poem is like building a little house. You start with some bricks, pile of words. They're all mixed up. There is no order. They keep tumbling all over each other. You need some ideas to cement those words together. Prepare your mortar, pick out your bricks, then start putting them down one at a time. Not too fast. Make sure it's right. No, that one doesn't go there. Over here is better. Keep going. There, two nice straight rows are very nearly done. Don't forget to plan ahead. Leave a space for the door. There has to be a way for other people to get in and for you to get out. Put in a window, too, a place to sit in your sturdy new poem and look out and see if the world looks any different. So now you just have a taste of some concrete poems. And a lot of authors of poems, they do want you to see the world in a new way. Don't think I've ever really thought about where a fart comes from. So you do see a different way in this book. And I would encourage you, and I hope this inspires you, to try and write some of your own concrete poems. Remember, you should probably figure out a way either through color or a little arrow that says start here so that whoever's reading your poem does know where to start the poem. And try not to make your writing too tiny. Sometimes because you're trying to make it in a shape, you make the words so tiny it's hard to read them. I would love to hear or see any of your poems. So if you send them to your teacher, they'll forward them to me, or you can send them directly to me at jschooler@seattleschools.org. So have fun with concrete poetry.